What's up, guys? Welcome to Fight Night. In this corner we have a Jiu Jitsu White Belt, and in this corner we have a wrestler with a tad bit of Jiu Jitsu experience. But first, we have a good old-fashioned scrap between a striker and a grappler. We have some footlock shenanigans.
He needs some milk!
And much more coming up in this episode of Fight Night with your boy, Jedi. What's up? Welcome to the channel, guys. If you're new around here, I'm Jedi, and if you're coming back, this video is going to be a little different than my usual content, but stick around and be sure to let me know what you think about it down below. Alright, enough horsing around. Let's cut right into the action. Alright, starting off with round number 1. In this corner, we have a grappler. He likes to throw kicks. He's athletic. And in this corner, we have a striker. He likes to box. He has a good overhand right. Let's get into this fight, and may the best man win.
Round 1, fight!
Alright, here we go, and right off the get-go we have a couple pump jabs and a whatever front kick. Dax pumps out a jab and leg kick, which is instantly answered by a jab and overhand right that lands. And after a little bit of clinch work, they push off and get back to their stances. Alright, well this is turning out to be quite the fight. Be sure to grab the popcorn. And after another weak kicking attempt, Hayabusa Short steps in with a 1-2. But Dax is quick on his feet and he steps to the outside throwing a counter 3-2-3. Wait. Enhance. Alright, is that a knockdown, or did Hayabusa spaz out and trip? Let me know down below. As he rushes into pounce, Hayabusa Shorts counters with a takedown attempt, but his counter is countered with a high elbow guillotine attack. He decides to drop to his knees and start hand fighting the choke. Now if this was Pride rules from back in the day, I guarantee homie on top would already be throwing some knees to the dome. Now that bottom guy is bringing both of his hands to defend the choke, he's not blocking the spin around, so that's exactly what the guy on top does, spinning around and throwing both of his hooks in for full back mount. That's honestly a move I would probably go for myself. I gotta give this guy on top a 7 out of 10 just on style points alone. Now he is a little bit high on his opponent's back, which at the higher levels is going to get you launched forward and you're going to lose the back control. But today, all is good in the hood. He's able to stick on his back through those bobs and those weaves that he's throwing up. And as Hayabusa guy turtles, he flattens him out, driving his hips forward. This is pretty much game over. He has a deep choke locked up, and what do you know, gets the tap. That is it. We have our new champion. Alright guys, welcome to Do Heel Hooks Work? Question mark. This is the part of the show where we will be finding out once and for all if heel hooks actually work, or if all of Lachlan Gill's matches from ADCC were made on Photoshop. And right here we have these two young lads, and oh, nice leg kick by Red. He steps in and throws a high body kick, but this time it's caught and he is put on his back. And homeboy on top starts throwing some body shots, but our boy Big Red throws his butterfly hook in and looks to hit a little flippity flop. He then goes pow, looking for that guillotine attack. And it looks like he's trying to hip into him, getting the sweep with the front headlock, but our boy on top is not having it, so he flattens him out, putting him back in his closed guard. As Big Red's looking to finish that high elbow guillotine, hombre on top goes, guess what? Slam. Now the guy on top should really think about framing on the neck and getting his posture, but nope, he's throwing punches out of position. Here Big Red looks for a little trip backwards, but even though it doesn't work, it does stop him from getting punched in the face, at least for a couple seconds. Here he's hooking both the ankles and pummels his legs out, using them to lock up the knee reap position, which he uses to sweep one punch Larry over here. And I want to just take a second to appreciate this level of on-the-fly problem solving here by our boy Big Red.
High-level problem solving with dire physical consequences.
Now here he's going for a little footlock, a little straight ankle, something basic, and I'll tell you what, his opponent is probably regretting his decisions of wearing those fresh-ass Jordans to this fight right about now. But here Big Red's opponent has his legs in his armpit, so he doesn't have the best bite on the leg, so here he decides to switch for the heel hook. Oh, I can just hear an IBJJF ref gritting his teeth right about now. Now right here I could play the actual audio from this video, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm just going to pop up this nice little sound effect. Trust me guys, I'm doing you a favor.
There you go.
Alright, so in case you're confused at what just went down, that was the end of the round. He did not tap, however, he was unable to continue because, yeah, duh, he broke his foot. So, moral of the story, heel hooks work. Use them responsibly, please. Unless, of course,
break it.
Welcome back, round number 2. In this corner, we have a jiu-jitsu guy. He's got a decent jab, he likes to throw some head kicks, and he does have a decent guard with some decent submissions. And in this corner, we have a good old-fashioned, corn-fed American wrestler. Solid shots, good scrambling, good cardio, and some crazy hair going on. Let's get into this fight and see what happens. And right off the get-go, Short Short starts off with a little warm-up, but eats a nice jab by Mr. Adidas. He immediately throws out a head kick, but Mr. Afro Man has been working on his bob and weave. Afro Man replies with the Ben Askren takedown, but this time it actually works. But unfortunately, as he's looking to pass, he has one arm in and one arm out, and as the Gracies will tell you, that is no bueno. He decides to pick him up looking for a little boom boom head, but Adidas counters by underhooking the leg, which is exactly what you should do if somebody tries to pick you up and slam you. Afro Man replies by rolling away. He eats some punches here, but he keeps turning, going belly down. Adidas tries to roll through, sinking in the triangle again. As he tries to finish with the triangle armbar, Afro Man picks him up again. He's gonna get out of this triangle if it's the last thing that he does. Right here, you see he's thrown his legs over our boy's head, trying to create some space, and as he tries to bail on the triangle and come up, Afro Man is able to free his head and go into turtle where he can use that wrestling base to try to get out. No lie, most people would have tapped to a submission that tight, but this guy is here to fight. From here, we see that Adidas is looking to trap the left arm of our wrestler friend. But even though you may be thinking that things are a little bleak for Afro Man, as we have already seen, he's got some decent scrambling, and he certainly has the will to fight. Here he gets his base underneath him and lifts up the hips of Mr. Jiu-Jitsu guy. He then grabs his wrist and shoulder and uses that to dump him over the side just like a fireman carry. But Adidas is able to stick to him like glue, staying behind him through the roll. And here he pummels his left arm through, grabbing the head of Afro Man and looking for a cheeky little head crank. But here Afro Man goes, "I've been meaning to schedule a chiropractor appointment for a minute. Thank you very much." Take that. Hey man, you can't throw knees to— Hey, stop that. That's not cool. Okay, you gonna stop it or what?
Nope.
Hey ref, are you gonna do your job or what? Yeah, sorry man, you can't be throwing knees to down opponent. I'm gonna have to DQ your ass. Alright, so we have our winner by disqualification. Kind of a buzzkill, I'm not gonna lie. Moral of the story, I guess, read the rules before you fight. Have fun out there. And finally, the moment you have all been waiting for. In this corner, we have a Jiu-Jitsu White Belt, but don't let that fool you. He's got good scrambles and some solid takedowns. And in this corner, we have his opponent in the blue shorts. Wrestler, got the fly wrestling shoes on. He does have a little bit of a bottom game. Let's cut into the action and see what happens.
Final round. Fight.
And as soon as we have our slap and bump, Blue Shorts goes for a little warm-up level change. And he's got his fly-ass wrestling shoes for that +10 takedown advantage. Now Socks Man attacks first with a duck under, which is defended, but he just doubles down on it. This forces Blue Shorts to bring his arm back around and start defending those takedowns a little more seriously. From the overhook, Blue responds with a fireman carry attack, putting Socks on his side, almost finishing the takedown. But he's able to free his left arm, getting up to his knees and start sprawling out. So Blue attempts to run the pipe, but since he's already on his knees, he doesn't have a whole lot of drive through. Socks responds by circling around, underhooking Blue's right arm, and then throws his leg over and sits down on his butt looking for a reverse triangle. This almost comes back to bite him as Blue pulls his head out, but he's able to sprawl out and get back up to his knees. And here Baby Blue tries to cut an angle with a low single leg attempt, but Socks is just not having it and is able to kick his leg straight and sprawl out. And as he looks to circle to the back, Blue sits in, throwing his leg over, looking to retain guard. From here he throws his top leg over and grabs his feet. Me personally, I prefer to frame on the head and bring my bottom leg in to retain guard. However, Blue Shorts does seem to be going for that funky 10th planet submission that I don't know the name of, but Socks is having none of that, so he pulls out, giving Blue Shorts enough space to retain guard, so fair play to him. Here Socks grabs the top leg and looks for a smash pass, but Blue responds with a 2-on-1 on his right arm and sucks him into his closed guard. After a little bit of jockeying for dominant grips, Baby Blue pummels his arms under for double underhooks. Socks responds by falling to his side and giving up an easy sweep to full mount. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming. Now I know I'm a little bit of a broken record when it comes to this, but when you're in someone's closed guard and they're trying to cut an ankle, square up and stand up. Don't fall down and give them an easy sweep. And it looks like it's finally sunk in, and Blackbeard has realized that he goofed up a little bit. And if that wasn't bad enough, he's flailing his arms around aimlessly instead of framing and bridging to get out of it. Sure enough, Baby Blue has spotted the weakness, throwing his hips in and throwing his leg over for the armbar, which he gets the tap with. Alright, well that was some action-packed action. First thing I want to point out is that although some of these people made some extremely basic mistakes, you still gotta give them props for putting themselves on the line for that. I am curious to hear what you thought of this video. Would you like to see more videos like this? And I also want to give a shout out to Streetbeefs. These videos are theirs, so if you enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy their channel. Since you're still watching the video, bro, I'd say you probably enjoyed it yourself, so why don't you go smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't done so yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. I make the best videos on all of YouTube every single Friday that you don't want to miss. If you want to see what I'm doing day to day, head on over to Instagram, Jedi_himself, link down below. I will talk to all of you in the next video. Stay consistent, and you can do whatever you set your mind to. Peace.